This is what your spiritual guide wants to tell you. Your spiritual guide never steps beside you, not on any day of your life. But sometimes it can feel like this. It can feel like you're alone. But you know what is really interesting? In the moment that you have your deepest fear, your deepest darkness, your deepest depression, there are always times that you are getting up. Maybe there's a time that you aren't getting up, but the most of the times you are getting up. And I think that your spiritual guide is coming very close to you at this moment. Maybe you don't even notice that they come very close to you, but I know he or she will come very close to you. Because probably you notice for yourself when you're in your deepest darkness, in your deepest fear, in your deepest hate, or in your deepest depression, then there comes a moment that you get inspiration. And that you think, oh, I should not go on this way. I should try something else. And then the spiritual guide comes very close to you and gives you this inspiration. And I think it's a two-work way. I think you can be proud of yourself too. It's not that the spiritual guide does the only job, but he will help you by giving you inspiration, by giving you power and energy to get up and to have inspiration to try it another way. So you can go on for a couple of days. It maybe it works, maybe it doesn't work, but if it doesn't work, then the spiritual guide again gives you the inspiration when you are on your toughest moment again. It's also very important to know that a lot of times the spiritual guide already whispered to you when you don't hear it. And what I mean by why you don't hear it, but you have heard it, but not that you know it's from the spiritual guide. You can have a conversation with a friend. You can have, watch television, read a paper, get the inspiration from music. These are all kind of ways how the spiritual guide can talk to you. And of course, he will talk to you just in your own thoughts or in your meditation, and maybe you even hear him very clear if you're a bit more experienced as a medium. But it's good for you to know that there are a lot of ways how the spiritual guide can talk to you. I think he can even talk in dreams to you. But it's very important to dreams that you need to remember that not everything you dream is from a spiritual guide, because a lot of things you are dreaming. It's just that you are. That you have to think about it because of the history that you had lived, so that you just need to work on the past on some things in your own mind, and this is where the most dreams are coming from. Why there are moments when your connection gets stronger, and this is when you are sleeping, before you're going to sleep, or when you are quiet. And this is also because of this sad moment. In this sad moment, you can really become quiet for yourself, and then the inspiration comes. But you can also meditate, and if you meditate and sit in the power of the correct energy, then the spiritual guide will come to you. And the spiritual guide will always look to you with love. You know, in the Netherlands where I live, and I don't know if it's everywhere around the world, but I think almost anyone who lives in the Netherlands can ride a bicycle. Maybe not if they're from, maybe not if they have not lived in the Netherlands for all their lives, but the people who are born here, they can ride a bicycle. And it starts at a very early age, and when you are starting at the bicycle, then and you get help from your dad or mom, sometimes you fall, and when you fall, your knee hurts. Maybe you even have a little bit of blood on your knee, and then you're going to cry because you're really sad and you have pain, and of course, as a parent, you think I'm so sorry for this child, this lovely child that I love so much. Now he or she is in pain. But you know that she also go on the bicycle again. And after a couple of months, you know that they can ride the bicycle and they don't need your help anymore, and you can be really proud of them. And if you just go on working on this with them, then then you can be um, so creative that they can go on the bicycle. But the spiritual guide has a kind of same way. You can see your spiritual guide as a parent, because the spiritual guide already knows when you need to fall from your bike, because you need to learn something new. You have a new experience in your life, and the spiritual guide already knows what's behind this. So he knows from that you need to go through a bad relationship. If you have a bad relationship, I hope your relationship is good. But maybe a job that is not, that doesn't make you happy. The spiritual guide knows all these kind of things, and when the spiritual guide knows all these kind of things, he or she will help you to say from, oh, you need to go through a little bit with this, or you can already ride a bicycle and it's time for the next step. I hope that this reading gives you inspiration, and I also want to tell you that I make a trance reading for people. If you like it, please comment or send me an email. And in this trance reading, I will go I will make the connection to your spiritual guide. I will go in deep trance. And when I'm speaking from this trance state, then I don't give you anything, but the spiritual guide will give you advice of your life right now. And the spiritual guide also gives you a meditation so you can make the connection with the deceased, or with the spiritual guide for yourself. And it will be a meditation that will be very good for you, because there are a lot of meditations, but that doesn't mean that that you know which meditation is good for you. And the last thing that I want to talk to you about is that there you have also a past life with your spiritual guide, and the spiritual guide will tell you this past life. And most of the times that I give this reading, people in a week or in 2 weeks, they have noticed things that they can see from, oh, that's very interesting. You talked about this, and now I walk to a store, I walk past the store, and I see this. Maybe I say from, oh, it was a person who practiced magical stuff, or like a witch or something from the Vikings. Then the person walks through a store and sees a Viking ship or a Viking helmet or something like that. It does not have to be in this kind of way, but the most of the times people get recognition. They recognize their spiritual guide from this. So if you want it, please send me a link. Send me an email, or react under the video, and I tell me how I make the connection to you, because else I can't reply. But maybe it's better to mail me, because if you put your own stuff over there, then the whole world can email you, and I don't think you want it.